My name is Andy Weigel, and I'm the president of the Southern New England Brotherhood Ride. This is the third chapter of the Brotherhood Ride that was started in June 18th of 2007 after the Charleston, South Carolina Super Sofa warehouse fire, also known as the Fire of the Charleston 9. 9 heroes lost their lives that day, and the Brotherhood founder, Jeff Morse from Naples, Florida, he was out to dinner with his wife for his anniversary, and when they heard of the news, and so he felt compelled to do something for those families. They tossed around a few ideas on how to honor these guys. They wanted to do something other than just raise money and mail a check. They wanted to put a little grit and determination into it. So they decided to ride bikes from Naples, Florida into Charleston, South Carolina. It just happened to take 9 days for them to do it, so they called it 9 Days for 9 Heroes. It was supposed to be a one-time ride, and pretty much on all borrowed equipment, they made it happen. They completed their mission, hand-delivered the donation checks to the families. And it wasn't but a month later that Andrew Whitman of the Fort Myers Police Department was shot and killed. His badge number was 413. So the following year, they rode 413 miles around Florida in honor of Andrew Whitman. And unfortunately, every year since then, there's had to be another Brotherhood ride. There are now 3 chapters. There's the original chapter in Florida of the Brotherhood ride. There's also the Texas chapter, and now there's the Southern New England chapter. This chapter will honor any line of duty death suffered in Connecticut, Massachusetts, or Rhode Island. And we ride our bicycles a year after the incident to show the families, the communities, and the co-workers at their respective departments that their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We started Friday morning. We got on the road after our opening ceremonies, probably about 9 o'clock, and we rode just about 75 miles that day. We made an honor stop for Robert Bob Lavallee out of New Bedford Fire Department. We then went to Cranston, Rhode Island, and honored Kevin Lang. From there, we went to North Providence to honor David DiOrio. And our final honor stop of that day was in Pawtucket for David Beauclair. We spent the night at the Attleboro Elks Lodge, and the next morning we started at 8 o'clock. And we went from the Attleboro Elks Lodge to the Brockton Police Department to honor the loss of their canine Koda. From there, we went up to Fitchburg, and we honored John Mulcahy. And from there, we spent the night at the Leominster Elks Lodge. The next morning, being Sunday morning, we rode from the Leominster to Devens Fire Department to honor Richard Stevens. We went to Lexington Fire Department to honor Kenneth Donnelly. We then went to Arlington Fire Department to honor Stephen Porciello. And we went from there to MIT in Cambridge for the 5th year anniversary of Sean Collier's murder related to the Boston bombing. And we also honored Officer Dennis Simmonds of the Boston Police Department. We spent the night at the Brighton Elks Lodge last night, and this morning, being Monday morning, we started up in Brighton, and we traveled down to here in Falmouth to honor Gregory Clements. Unfortunately, due to such time restraints before the ride, we weren't able to go out to the western part of the state. There's 3 heroes out there that we're still honoring, and the families will be receiving a donation from us. That was Anthony Spano of Chicopee Fire Department, Chief Stephen Frye of the Montgomery Fire Department, and Robert Davis of Northampton Fire Department. In the 11 years since the Brotherhood Ride was founded, we've been able to raise over $400,000 and hand deliver a check to each family who has lost their loved one who paid the ultimate sacrifice.